Today we are talking about cycles of fear, understanding them and breaking them. Here's the thing. The first amazing thing to understand about cycles of fear is why they come. Why do we all of a sudden get triggered by something externally right after we've had an awakening of sorts, right after we feel like we've gotten to the next level? It happens because you've gotten to the next level. It happens to support your growth and give you an opportunity to integrate your new learning into an old situation, to enlighten it. Believe it or not, it's kind of exactly like school. So you're in school, you're in math class, you just went through algebra, you're about to go to trigonometry, you gotta get a test. You gotta pass that test to apply your learning so that you know you're prepared and ready for the next phase of learning. Same thing with soul school. You've just had an aha moment. You understand more in a way that you never did before. You're attracting more abundance and synchronicity and cool people and opportunity, and all of a sudden you get hit with that fear that you once had a long time ago. Now the thing to understand is we can clear these cycles of fear, but first we have to understand where it came from. It comes from the original wound. That first time in your life, probably somewhere between 5 years old and 7 years old, where the veil dropped and all of a sudden you started having the experience of separation. You started buying into this misbelief that I'm separate from God, I'm separate from myself, I'm separate from others. There's something not amazing about me. There's something unsafe. There's something I can't trust. There's something I shouldn't love. There's something not enough. This is the original wound, and it follows us until we realize that the original wound was nothing but a misinterpretation of truth. A misinterpretation that this place is scary. We forget and we don't know that the wisdom that we need to live our lives in a peaceful, beautiful, passionate way lives within us. But no one gave us the tools to get to that place. But now you got this. So this is what happens, you guys. You get to the next level in life and the test comes at you. And many of us get really thrown off base and we think, why am I being tested? Is God trying to tell me that I did something wrong, that I'm not enough, that I don't really get it, that this original wound and fear is real? No, it's not. It's telling you that you've just made it to the next level and now you get to apply that wisdom. And here's your opportunity to create transformation, which means how you relate to the issue is the issue. When you relate differently to an old issue, it dissolves. It's no longer the same pattern. It's now changed. So that's how we transform, and this is your opportunity. Now let me tell you something. When this original wound, this fear cycle, comes at us, we do one of three things. Number one, we numb that feeling. I don't want to feel that feeling. I'm afraid of what that feeling means. So I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. I'm going to do things to ignore that feeling. Number two, we go into that feeling and buy into everything it's telling us. We see all the false evidence that appears real. It's right, I'm not enough. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't want that. I don't deserve that. These things appear real. So we buy into it and we sabotage. And number three, we live small. We say, hold on, just in case this fear is actually real, just in case this thing that maybe I'm not enough, maybe I'm not good enough, maybe I don't deserve what I desire. It's a big one. Maybe I don't actually deserve the thing I desire because I'm not enough. I'll just live a little bit smaller so that if it's true, if I'm really not what I think I am, then at least it doesn't hurt that much because I'm not really being who I truly am anyway. Living small, really fun. So those are the three most, I'd say, common ways that we deal with these fear cycles. And here comes the winner. These are all fear things. Here comes the love thing. So the reality is, if we do any of those three things, it continues. It will come back up again. It will be underneath the surface. It will always be having some kind of a filter for you. No bueno. This is what you're going to do. Instead of giving your power away to the fear and becoming it, we give our power away when we resist it or when we buy into it. And what I want you to do is just allow it. Allow it to be. Feel the fear. Feel it. I feel it. I see it. I get it. But I'm not going to listen to you and I don't believe you. See, what we do is we all look outside of ourselves for permission that it's okay to really own the wisdom that we have. And what I'm telling you is it's going to have to come from within. The universe wants you to awaken to your own guru, your own ability to understand that you're the light and believe it so that you can see it. And if you don't believe it first, you're not going to see it outside of you. So I want you to believe it first. And what you do, step 3, so step 1, you get it. You've gotten to the next level. Step 2, you acknowledge the fear, but you don't buy into it. And step 3, you take one action step towards the thing that scares you most. Example, I believe that maybe I'm not as worthy as I think I am. I believe that maybe I'm not as smart as I think I am. Maybe I'm not as talented as I think I am. Even though I think I probably at this point am not talented because the fear has really gotten to me, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to walk the line of light anyway. I'm going to make a phone call. I'm going to put myself out there. I'm going to take a class. I'm going to go exercise harder. I'm going to do something to make my real evidence appear stronger than the false evidence, so that I have these real things to pull on when this fear comes in, where I'm like, nope, I do know better, but now I have to apply this learning. And if I don't apply it, it doesn't stick. It doesn't integrate, and I can't transform. So you guys, cycles of fear come in when you're at that next level, and it's time for you to prove to yourself that you trust your truth. You are the light. You are the love. You are everything that you desire, and you're deserving of it. When this fear comes in, this part of you that still doubts that you're the light comes in, show it who's boss. Do the things you're afraid of. And what happens is when you clear the fear, it can't come back because you've cleared it. But when you don't look at it, you can't come to clarity, because through that fear is the passion and purpose and the peace you're looking for. On the other side of that fear is the pain you're experiencing. So if you allow it to be there and you look through it, guess what happens? It starts dissipating, and you become that purpose, and you feel that peace, and you harness that passion. This is how it goes. Trust me, I've done so many of these cycles. I know verbatim the truth now, and I know what's false, and I know how to know the difference in the moment, and that's what I encourage you to do. The more you do this, the easier it gets. The more clarity you have, and the more direction you see. It's incredible. So you guys, if you like this video, please push subscribe and share. And also, get on my mailing list. It will be below, CandaceVanDell.com. You will be the first to know about my new digital courses launching next week. You'll be the first to get in on them if you want, and you can share that with others. So get on the list, share the video, and I'll see you soon. Namaste.